you know, as evidence for evolution. First place, it's a fossil. It doesn't count for anything. You don't know Lucy had any kids. Okay? Secondly, Lucy, all those that studied Lucy said it's just a vestigial, it's just an unusual monkey. It could walk upright, possibly. We don't know for sure. It had an angled femur. Any monkey that climbs trees has an angled femur. Okay? We'd cover that a lot more in that, or in the book Bones of Contention, there's a lot about Lucy and other so-called missing links. They give, in the National Geographic here, gives human feet to all of the hominid examples here. This is pure propaganda, okay? The feet are extremely different in these creatures. And there's no connection between one evolving to another and no evidence that one ever did. And again, you're dealing with fossils. They don't count. Think about it. In a court of law, they would laugh at you. Australopithecines, no fossils for evidence, or no fossils are going to count for evidence for evolution. The horse evolution theories is taught in textbooks, yet it's been proven wrong 50 years ago. The gradual evolution of the modern horse has not held up to close examination. Back in 1950, J.G. Simpson, who believed in evolution and loved the theory and taught it, said the evolution of the horse family was unintentionally falsified. The early classical evolutionary tree of the horse was all wrong. It never happened in nature. This has been proven wrong 50 years ago, but they're still teaching it in your textbooks. The evolution of the horse. Up here at Yale University, they still got a big display of the horse, how it evolved from Eohippus to Equus. Pure propaganda. Didn't happen in nature. Darwin considered the idea that the human embryo has gills and he slowly evolved from a fish-like creature to a human. He considered that the best single class of facts in favor of his theory. He called it the biogenetic law. This Irish textbook says, it's talking about the gills here, the gill slits, show that these animals have evolved from fish and share the basic pattern of fish development. This one says humans have gills like a fish when they're embryonic stage. This is a lie. Those are not gill slits. Those little folds of skin later develop into bones in the ear and glands in the throat. They never have anything to do with breathing. I've seen folks that have 5 or 6 chins and they can't breathe through any of them but the top one. Okay? They're not gill slits. Haeckel actually lied. He faked the pictures of a human and dog embryo. He made them look just alike. Haeckel was a liar. He made giant charts of his pictures showing that these embryos of all these different animals have gill slits. This is a lie. On top are Haeckel's drawings. Underneath are the photographs of the actual creatures. Either he's a lousy artist or he's a liar, okay? Haeckel actually confessed to lying in court at University of Jena, but his textbooks are the textbooks today. I guarantee this university has a biology or anatomy textbook that teaches that the embryo has gill slits and that's evidence for evolution. That's been proven wrong 127 years ago. Get it out of the book. If you have evidence for evolution, then stop lying. Then show it to me, but quit lying to the kids and tell them you do. I want you to listen carefully tonight. If any evidence for evolution is presented, as if it is scientific, I suspect you're going to hear things like vestigial structures. You're going to hear things like embryology. That's the code word for what they're talking about here. This has all been proven wrong a long time ago. So don't buy that stuff. It's been in the textbooks for far too long. Kenneth Miller still teaching it after 125 years of knowing it's been proven wrong. I've got all kinds of stuff. We've got to quit here. Okay, I just don't want to see kids lied to. I think there is no evidence to support the idea that any animal produced a different kind of animal. Now, if you want to believe it happened, you enjoy yourself. You believe whatever you want. But don't call it science. And don't make all the taxpayers pay to teach it to the kids in public schools. Those who believe in evolution should admit it is a religion, and they should start private schools all over America, and let those who want to pay and learn it come pay and learn it. They got no business making all of us taxpayers pay for this silly religion to be taught in the school system. Thank you so much.
Let me get started by saying that, in fact, I'm not going to come here today and give you a class on evolution. You are more than welcome to come and take my class on evolution. Or if you want to see responses to what he said, Scientific American had a, I don't know if you can read that. Okay. Can you read see the overhead all right in the back? Okay. Scientific American had a point-by-point response to the stuff that the creationists say. I wrote a letter to Scientific American after this. They didn't publish it. I think I know why. But and I said, excuse me, you just walked right into their trap, you fools. Right? What do they want, the creationists? They want to put their ideas, their theories, and evolution on a kind of equal basis, right? It's like right here. It's me versus him, right? And that's what they did in Scientific American. Love it. They say, oh, because now what they're going to do on their website, they'll say, oh no, Scientific American's all wrong. I point out something to you, and it's important to me, if not to you. There are thousands upon thousands, tens upon tens of thousands of hard-working, intelligent, well-educated scientists. These are the people who are out there digging the fossils that he doesn't think matter, but they're sure as hell working their butts off, digging them and studying them, right? There's thousands of others analyzing the DNA of organisms, trying to sort them out, collecting animals, right? They're standing behind me. You can't see them. They're all busy working, doing their science, okay? So this is, of course, in a sense, a totally unfair argument. He'll say X, I'll say Y, you'll say, well, I believe X, because I came in here to believe in X. So read that if you want the response. I have actually a different focus. I'm not going to sit here and defend evolution. It doesn't need defending. Okay? I want to give you the revelation of Richard. And God appeared to me, and she said, Richard, I created all that you see and study, the mountains and their fossils, strewn rocks, the fish in the sea, the birds in the air, even the isotopes in the stones by which you measure their age. Actually happened. And I was stunned. God was a woman. And yet, what else would she be? Again, God spake, it's biblical. Then God spake. What say you to these revelations, Richard? Wilt thou not give up thy false idol of evolution? Nay, God, though I find your revelations interesting, you have given me no cause to give up the theory of evolution. It is indeed a great wonder that you have created, but the facts remain unchanged. Evolution alone allows us humble scientists to understand your creations and to predict what we will find when we explore it further. Until evolution fails me, I must follow it, for I will not abandon my oath as a scientist. Facts, verifiable facts, must be my one true God. Yeah. So, now let me say, one of the problems with this whole debate is in the scientific community there is no debate, right? Scientists who study this stuff pretty much, you know, they pretty much ignore the creationists until they discover their kids can't learn evolution in science class, all right? Now, I just want to give you a taste of sort of what's going on. And what I did, I have here the last two issues of Science and Nature. These are the premier weekly